It's like 13900K technically supports 3200. So we're gonna use that, right? And then the 7950 X3D technically supports 6000. So we're gonna use that. Will you recommend AMD if the gaming performance of AMD? Well, of course. Why wouldn't I? Whatever is the fastest is the fastest. Recommendation goes to the fastest. That works. Let's say that works. Can't be fastest in one game. Cause it's like let's say somebody came up to me, right? And they were like, Doofus, I play Death Stranding and only Death Stranding. I don't play any other game. I want to make my Death Stranding world as easy as possible to traverse. I'm going to cut down all the mountains. I'm going to build roads everywhere. This is a 10-year project of mine. I'm only going to play Death Stranding. I'll be like, okay, maybe buy the 6900 XT then. Maybe. Because it's the best in that game. Even then, I would feel a little bit like, back to the boredom topic. I'm like, man, if this guy is going to be playing Death Stranding for the next 10 years, he thinks he is. But I know in 1 year he's not going to be able to, or he's going to get too bored to play it, right? I'll probably still recommend the Nvidia product just in case that guy ever decides to play anything else, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. What's the goal, right? So 7800 X3D, perfect. Where's the 7700? 7800 X3D, perfect gaming chip. Right? Or the 13900K, perfect gaming chip. All right? Perfect. Right? Now, E-core is disabled. Right? I would say the Intel one will probably win with a max overclock. Right? Okay, this is where it kind of gets boring though, okay? So, we're talking hypotheticals, right? Let's take Warzone 2 is coming out, for example, in 3 months here or whatever, right? Let's take, for example, Warzone 2 comes out. And we know this game will probably be the most CPU demanding. I'm not using Battlefield or Overwatch or those games for examples, right? Let's say the 7800 X3D does... I mean, the 5800 X3D already does 300 or whatever, right? So let's just say this does 300 in Warzone 2. Let's say the 13900K does 350. Yeah, that's a huge increase though. I don't even think it'll be that much faster. Hang on. 350 divided by 300. 16%? Okay. Sure, whatever. Let's just go with that, right? Who cares? Who gives a shit? That's what I'm saying. That's where it gets boring. Like, who fucking cares? Just buy whatever the fuck you want at that point, right? Like, who gives a shit? Right? Like, do you know what I'm saying? That's where, I don't know, man. That's why it's kind of boring, right? Like, technically this one wins. But here's the other arguments, right? 13900K, you need to study BIOS and pay for $500 consult and waste time on HPET, ISLC, You know that fucking rabbit hole, okay? You already know where this rabbit hole goes. Or you buy this, enable XMP, and just play the fucking game. Now, let's say this happens next generation. What am I gonna recommend? I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to cross that bridge when we get there, right? But I'll probably have to be like, this one is technically the fastest if you know what you're doing. If you don't want to fuck around, then you just get this. I'm already kind of saying that a little bit, right? When somebody buys a consult and they have a 3D chip, I refund them half the money. Because those consults take me 5 fucking seconds. Because half the work is already done. So like I had two 5800X 3D consults a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I only charged $250 for those, man. I'm like, this literally takes me 10 fucking minutes, bro, to finish to do this consult. It's so awesome, man. It's like the 3D stacking shit is so fucking epic, dude. Even though, like, so like 12900K is faster, but 1500X 3D is awesomer. It's just so awesome, dude. You don't have to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Right? So what do I recommend? My recommendations are gonna have to be based on the very specific goal of the user. So if somebody comes to me and they're like, I want the absolute fastest and I'm gonna pay for a consult, I'll be like, okay, then get the Intel platform and I'll make sure you have the absolute fastest. If they're like, I'm kind of on a budget, can't afford a consult, I don't really know what to do about a BIOS screen, I'm like, get the 3D chip. Get the 3D chip. Don't fuck around. Just buy AMD. Do you know what I'm saying? That's where that kind of venture is gonna go. In terms of the graphics cards, I don't see AMD fixing their shit really. Let me catch up here. Now with the workstation type of deal, that's gonna be far more interesting content, right? 7950X3D versus 13900K with E-cores enabled. Like single PC all in one. Yeah, this is gonna be far more interesting content for me. Just on a I like that shit. I like to because like I'm gonna use one of these for a workstation, right? Will the E-cores fuck with the Windows scheduler? Maybe just having 60 normal cores is better. Maybe this one gets more frames while streaming, or maybe this one does with tuning. Maybe this one does without tuning, right? Way more interesting for me, right? Way more. That'll be cool to fucking test that shit, right? But the demographic for all-in-one workstations is very small, right? Very small. Even streamers just like having 2 PC streams because a 2 PC stream just has redundancy in it. You can put a UPS on that computer, the workstation, and if your gaming PC crashes for whatever reason, you're still live, right? Even the all-in-one doesn't solve redundancy, right? For streamers, I want to say. So my channel is a hybrid of both, right? I'm a gamer. I fucking hate the BIOS screen. I hate it, dude. I hate seeing a fucking BIOS screen, dude. I hate it, right? But I know how to do it and I'm really fast at it, right? So my content is, here is what the theoretical fastest is if you know what you're doing, but my recommendations for the gamer that doesn't know what he's doing is this. You know what I'm saying? I think that's also why people value my opinion and content so much, right? Here's the other thing though, right? The 3D chip gives AMD an automatic win, like, from market share. Because what's gonna happen is Linus, JGN, Hub, dude, Hub, oh my god. So all these guys, they're gonna benchmark with the slowest fucking memory known to man, right? It's like 13900K technically supports 3200, so we're gonna use that, right? And then the 7950 X3D technically supports 6000, so we're gonna use that. This is gonna, dude, this is gonna show like fucking 50% faster than Raptor Lake, dude. Okay, and you know what the shame of it all is? Intel did you a good thing supporting DDR4, and they will be punished for it with next round of benchmarks. It's sad, dude. We like that's sad, man. Like Intel, like AMD is like, fuck you guys, because like, you know what, AMD knows, man. AMD, the whole reason AMD even did this whole cache clusterfuck in the first place and these core chiplets is because they know exactly how the tech tubers benchmark. First it was Cinebench and CSGO. Let's make Cinebench and CSGO scale and cache and single core boost. That's what they did. Intel came back and they were like, let's make Cinebench scale with E-cores. They fought back. Right now, AMD is like, fuck DDR4. Let's make it so tech tubers can't benchmark with DDR4. Let's make it so they benchmark with DDR5. And now Intel is gonna get punished again, dude. It's a battle. These guys are battling over the tech tuber stupidity. They're not battling over who is the fastest and who gives the better value. They're selling tech tuber stupidity, dude. That's what it is. But that's, again, to go full circle, that's why the people that pay me for consults and the subscribers, we have like fucking 6 people that give me $50 a month now. It's insane. The gods, right? These people appreciate what I do on such a fundamental level. That's who my audience is, man. I don't care about growing. I don't care about fucking pandering. None of that shit, man. None of that shit. Let's just play some fucking games together, boys.